ABC6 weather with meteorologist Tyler Hughes. Brought to you by the Preserve Sporting Club and Resort.
Lots to talk about today. We actually have a storm tracker alert day today for two different reasons. Not only are we tracking heat, we're tracking storms. So the timeline is about 2 to 8 p.m. for the storms and the peak of the heat and humidity this afternoon as well. So that's why that's the timing. Again, extreme heat and humidity, temperatures feeling close to, if not above, the 100-degree mark, and the chance for some strong to severe storms later on today. And so what you need to do is, first of all, limit your time outdoors, right? Make sure you're taking those heat precautions later on today, but also stay weather aware. Stay with us here on ABC6 for details on those storms. Right now, a nice sunrise with a little bit of color over the capital city, but it is a warm start this morning. Temperatures already in the 70s across the board, and that heat and humidity only goes up from here. By this afternoon, we're looking at air temperatures in the low 90s. But it won't feel like the low 90s. It'll feel more like 101 in Providence this afternoon, 102 Taunton, 101 Norwood, 97 Smithfield, and just a bit cooler along the south coast with a breeze that works in. But all this heat and humidity, you have to think of it as thunderstorm fuel, right? And you need something to move through to spark that off. By the way, heat advisory remains in effect until 8 o'clock because of that extreme heat, except along the south coast where it's just a little bit cooler. So you need something to spark off the thunderstorms, right? And that's this front that rolls through around 5, 6 o'clock tonight. That is what sparks off the chance for some storms. But once it moves out of here, we're looking like we dry out and we cool things off a little bit for the day on Saturday as well. So Saturday, the pick of the weekend, really. Let's step you through this afternoon here on Futurecast. You see, we're dry to start this morning, lots of sunshine around. Then once we get to 1, 2 o'clock or so, you could see a pop-up shower storm. 2, 3, 4 o'clock is when we really get the storm chances into play here, and you see them begin to intensify throughout the afternoon. So along the south coast, you guys have a good chance of seeing some gusty winds, some frequent lightning as a result of these storms. But notice 6, 7 o'clock tonight, they're out of here really for the most part. May hang on just a little bit longer on the Cape and the islands, the far outer Cape. But once these pass through, we really begin to drop off the humidity relatively quickly. So risk with these storms. Some localized flooding not out of the question here. An inch or more of rainfall, definitely possible here. Small hail, I think that risk is relatively low. The biggest risk with these storms is gusty winds. And so if you have any loose items outside, now may be the time to secure those. Also, frequent lightning. You know, a storm doesn't... Lightning can't make a thunderstorm severe, right? But lightning is nonetheless always a risk. And so if you hear thunder, just know that you're close enough to be struck by lightning. And the safest thing to do is to head inside until the storm passes. Again, this evening we cool off and we clear out relatively quickly. Lows will be in the upper 60s, but check out dew points overnight tonight. Boom, back down into the comfy category tomorrow. And that means tomorrow is looking a lot like the pick of the weekend. We're seeing lots of sunshine around, temperatures in the mid-80s, low humidity. It's once we get to Sunday that we get into another chance for some shower activity. I want to show you a first look at that really quickly on Futurecast. It's not like the line of storms that we're seeing today. It's more like some on and off shower activity, maybe a few rumbles of thunder that continue throughout the day. So that's just something to keep in mind as far as the weekend is concerned. Once we get to the beginning of next week, we warm things back up into the 90s. Cara?
Thank you, Tyler. We'll see if we can